So in the previous lessons we have learned about functions, about the class and the main methods, how we're gonna start our program the first. So today we'll learn about data type, especially integer, and the if-else statement and the switch. So first of all, let me declare the integer. For example, let me call it number. So here when we declare the variable, the name it number, you are simply stating its existence, defining its type. It's like reserving memory location for particular type of data. So in our case it's int, which means integer. So it means you can work with the whole numbers. So next, after we have declared the variable name it after number integer, however in this point our variable is uninitialized yet, meaning it doesn't have specific value assigned to it. So in order to initialize, we need to assign the specific value for this variable integer. For example, I have assigned it 10. Then I need to close the statement by this character. Then what the initializations means, it refers to the act of assigning value to the variable. At the time of declaration, it sets a variable specific value, which is a 10, and making it ready to use. So then I can print this variable. So let me do it, then I run it, then we'll just see, wait, expect on our console the 10 which we assigned it before to the variable of name it number. So what if we just delete this specific value assigned to variable number? Let's check it. Did we print something or not? So if you see, our IntelliJ says us that variable number, which is a number integer, might not have been initialized, which means we didn't assign any value to our variable. So if we'll give again assign the 10, which should be number, since integer it's only store the whole numbers. Now that's work. Okay, next let me explain the conditions. For example, let me write some example. I will write the keywords if, then I will open the brackets, and I will write the number, our variable, which initialized before. Then I will write this character if it's greater than 0. Then I will just print, for example, number is positive. In other case, I will print number is negative. So before explain, let me run it. So you see, after we'll print number, which is the line of 6 executed, then we'll print the number is positive. How it's happening. So first of all, let me explain. Here now our variable int declared and initialized, both actions is done. Then we'll print on our console. Then in our 8th line, our condition our conditions, which inside of these brackets it checks whether its number is greater than 0. If its conditions is true, which means our 9 line with the next brackets, which is here, will be executed if the condition is a statement, and the statement here is true. If its conditions is not true, if it's false, then our next, which is the else, is the optional block that's executed, which means the number is negative. So let me test with this block of code. If I, for example, give the negative number, for example, -10, what will be? So if you see that our number is negative, the next block of code, which is the else, is executed. So this is about the if and the else. So the next, let me show you another variable called string. It allows us to use the letters. For example, I just only declared, if you notice, I didn't assign any value to our variable string. Then let me take it in the comment. So the comment, it just ignores this line of codes between the 8 and 12. It just ignored it by IntelliJ IDEA. Then string name, and then I will write the next our keywords, which is the switch, and for example, I will write here our variable number. Then I will open the brackets and I will write the case. For example, case 1. What will happen in the case 1? The name. Then I assigned here, for example, I will write here Monday. Then I need to break it. Then I will write case 2, and I will open again our variable of the string, of the type of string, and I'll write here Tuesday and break it. Then I will write the third case, and again I will initialize to the variable string, for example the next day, which is a Wednesday, and I will break it, and so on. Here I will write the last our case, it's optional block default. Then I will day name, let it be, for example, invalid day. Then in the end of the code, out of switch, I will write our command of print, and I will write here day is day name, which is our variable which we declared before here. So let me write it first, then I will explain how it works. So here I missed this character. Let me again. So look at here. Okay, I will just let me comment this line of code, just in order to be avoid to be confused. So let me write again. So invalid day. So how it happened? So first of all, our integer name it variable name it number. Here, for example, let me here to change this variable, and I will run it again. Now our first case is executed, which is a Monday. So how it's happening? So first of all, after I have declared variable type of integer and initialized by assigning value of 1, then I will, in the line of 14, I have only declared the variable of type of string, the string, and without any assigning it. I have only declared. Why I did this, I will explain here. After the 14 line, our next switch statement is work. In the brackets, it just check whether its number whether it's match to our variable number. In a case, if it's match, for example, for the first, then this line of codes is executed. So in a case if our number 2, the next case will be executed. In the case of third, the next case will be executed, since the 3 it matched to our third case. In a case, for example, if it's, for example, let me write here, change our variable to the 10. In that case, none of the previous case match to our value, the number, so which means that our optional block default will be executed. In that case, in our console we will take result invalid day. So let me run it. You see our invalid day is executed. So how it's done, since our 10 it doesn't match to any case of here, it's not 1, it's not 2, it's not 3, so then our default optional block is executed. So how it's executed? For our day name, which was declared before, it just initialized it here and giving the value of the letters, since our variable day name is the type of string. It can only store with the letters. Then these 2 words assigned to our day name. Then after we finish it with this switch, our last line of code, which is 28, is executed. So exactly the day will be printed. Then by writing plus, we'll just print the invalid day, our variable day name, which is assigned with this value. Okay, thank you. See you in the next lesson.